Hey everyone, Coty here. And yeah, it's been a little while since I've kind of painted. I debated on whether or not I was going to come back and paint. And, you know, I actually took an Enneagram test. And if you don't know what an Enneagram is kind of like a personality test that you take to kind of understand more about your behavior. And it's got these different numbers on it. It's got 1 through 9. And essentially, you kind of land in one of the numbers, and it kind of describes your behavior. But also, you have like a home space, which is kind of like your default number. But then you also have these other numbers that kind of illustrate who you are. And while I was away, I took one of these Enneagram tests for a spiritual transformation group that I'm in. And I landed on a 1. So I'm essentially a 1. And the 1 is like a good person. It's like a person who tries to be good in everything they do. They try to be good in the sense that they try to be good at the work that they do, or they're a good person as in they try to be, good to other people. So just generally a good person. Not necessarily specialized or efficient or anything in that, but a good person. Well, aside from being a 1, there's these other numbers that your number kind of offshoots to that you kind of move to when you're stressed. So my other numbers are 4 and 7. Now the 7, I don't really remember what 7 is, to be 100% honest, because I just took the test recently. But 4 is the creative person, or it's creative / original person. And I thought that maybe I was a 4 because I, painted. But what I realized is that the 4 is what I turn to when I'm stressed. So these numbers that you kind of move towards or away from are the numbers that you move to when you're stressed. And so, a 4 might be kind of one way that I would go, which I try to be creative. And then a 7 is the other one, which again, I don't remember what the 7 was. But the 4 being a creative kind of made sense. And it looks like this paint is actually dried out. So we're going to go ahead and throw this one away. I actually have another can of this color. But the 4 made sense because a lot of the times I would paint when I was stressed out, when I was, I used painting as an outlet. Now I've kind of been creative over the years. I've drawn, I've written, and I've painted, and I never really found a thing that was mine. And the abstract painting kind of took off. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. But the thing is that I tended to paint only when I was stressed out, not because it's just the thing that I think about night and day, if that makes sense. And so that being the case, when I took this Enneagram test, it made a lot of sense. You see, when I'm under stress, sometimes I move towards the 7, which whatever that is. And sometimes I move towards the 4, which is being the creative person. So when I'm stressed, sometimes I use creativity as an outlet, which made a lot of sense, right? So I took that test and I kind of realized that was a 1 with with an outlet of 4, which made a lot of sense because of the painting. I love to paint, but I only painted when I felt stressed out, not because I felt like it was my life's purpose to paint, if that makes sense. So that's something I kind of realized while I was away. But yeah, while I'm kind of stirring these up and preparing, today we're going to be doing a crushed painting, so a fractal painting. We're going to be using some plastic. Going to do a simple fractal painting to kind of ease back into the painting. I do want to kind of get back into it, although I still am lacking a bunch of supplies. I don't have a lot of supplies. But anyway, so we've got these colors, and it sounds like they're coming up. Going to give them just a second. Okay. I think we're good. So, I took that test and I kind of realized that painting is just kind of an outlet. Now, this year has been crazy, am I right? I mean, I've been away for a couple of months now. I posted like 2 or 3 videos in the span of 3 months, and it feels really weird. And a lot of people, I've been still trying to answer questions, and a lot of people have still been sending me messages on Facebook or through email, regarding the painting and stuff like that. So honestly, I feel like I can't get away from it. People really enjoy that, which I didn't think that I had left that kind of impact, but I'm really grateful that people enjoy what I do. And, I never made my Pollock style painting for 3,500 subscribers, so I do feel bad about that. but we're going to make it. It's just really hot. If you don't know anything about Arizona, it is flipping hot outside. Like we set a record this year for how many hot days it was. So anyway, I'm going to start putting paint on here while I talk. So, I mean, this year has just really been just a strange year. And I don't know about anybody else, but obviously it's kind of affected me. Being isolated, like obviously I still get to go to work. So I'm very grateful for the fact that I'm still working through all of this. And I know a lot of people aren't. And, I'm praying for you. So if you need me to pray for you, just let me know in the comments. I would love to pray for you guys if you're kind of dealing with some struggles right now. But it's been affecting, my family with being isolated and kind of feeling like trapped. But I just know a lot of people are kind of affected by this. And, one stress that we've kind of had to adapt to is the kids being home all day, every day. So let me tell you how fun that is. I know I love my kids, but it's definitely been an interesting time this year. And I just think that a lot of people are kind of worried about the future and what's going to happen with that. So, what I would say to that is, worrying about it, whether you're religious or not, I think that God has everything in his hands. So he's not going to let anything happen that isn't according to his will. But if you're not religious, what I would say is, worrying about it isn't going to make it any better. So, don't worry about it. Just focus on today, get through today. Tomorrow has enough troubles of its own. So, I just want to kind of throw that out there. It's going to be okay. Obviously a lot of things are going on, but a lot of bad things have always gone on. That's just kind of how the world is. So anyway, we're going to do a fractal painting today. The colors I chose are kind of like, you can see them. They're like red and pink. A lot of Valentine style colors, which is kind of ironic because it's like 6 months, so like a half a year before Valentine's. But I don't know, I just had it in my head. So really, those are the colors we're going to be using. I think I have enough paint on here. I'm going to take a quick look. I think we're good. I do kind of like this color, so I might add a little bit more of this color. And maybe a little bit more of this pink down here. And maybe just a little bit more light pink right up here. All right, so I think that's good. So that's it. We've got our paint, and we're going to come back. That's what I was saying. I do plan on doing my Pollock style painting. It's just really hot outside right now, so that's why I haven't really done it. So I do plan on doing it. I'll probably try to do it around 4,000 subscribers, just whenever it cools down, because Arizona's been setting records for heat, and it's just insane. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start moving our paint around. So we'll start with the light pink, and we're going to kind of work it around the areas that it's in, kind of move that pink around. We're going to fold this in, and we're going to push this in. And then we're going to start moving into these other colors here. And we're going to start pulling these up to kind of get some splash. Oh, apparently there's like a huge moth or something in here. That's pretty cool, I guess. And then we're going to kind of move this around. And it looks like a piece of paint got in there, so we'll get that out of there. But yeah, I'd love to know how you guys are doing. So if you could leave, maybe a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to follow up with you guys if I can, just on how you're doing. Like if you're struggling right now, let me know. And I'd love to, maybe comment or pray for you. If you're, doing surprisingly well, I'd love to hear that too, just because I kind of missed our back and forth. Like I said, I've been trying to answer questions and comments and stuff like that, but just while I was away, I didn't do a whole lot of that. And, I kind of missed that interaction. So, if you could let me know how you're doing, that would be great. I'd love to hear from you guys. All right. And as simple as these paintings are, it's pretty much done. So I'm just going to fill in some of these right now. And I'm going to try to transfer some of these colors around to kind of get a little more dynamic look here. I'm going to fold this under. I kind of wish there was a little bit more of the light pink and the purple, so I'm going to throw a little bit more on there. and a little bit more of, I think it was this color, yeah, right here. So I'm going to throw a little bit more of that and a little bit more of that on there. We're going to try to work that in and pull that out right here. All right, and I think we're good. So I'm going to throw this away. And if the audio is popping, I apologize. I'm going to try to figure it out, but it has to do with this mic setup that I've got. The sound was really flat before without the mic, so I added a mic, and now it's like really, it just keeps popping a bunch of times. So I'm trying to figure it out, guys. Just know that I do know about it. I'm going to try to soften it as much as I can in post, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it. Let's go ahead and take the gloves off and kind of get the paint off our fingers here. And we'll pull this tape back. Cool. Well, this painter's tape definitely works better than the masking tape I was using, I can tell you that much. All right, and that is our final painting. Not bad. I think it's got a lot of, well, it's got a lot of pink. So I guess if that's what we're looking at here, then we definitely got it. So let me go ahead and bring this over. I'll take a look here. So that's the final piece. We've got our little fractals here, and the mic looks like it's stuck on the cord. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. So we've got a lot of nice little fractals in there, and I think overall it looks pretty good. So not a bad piece to kind of come back to, but I do plan on trying to do some more, of the scraped paintings. A lot of people tend to enjoy the scraped paintings. It seems to be the biggest one that I get questions about, and a lot of the questions for the materials and the actual paintings that I make is for the Rothkos. So I will go ahead and we'll try to get some more of those out. But again, it's really hot, so the problem with that is that it's making the paint dry very fast because I paint my garage. So, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's it for the painting. Guys, super simple painting, I know. I just really kind of wanted to come back and talk to you guys and see how you were doing. So if you want to talk, let me know in the comment section. I'll hit you up and just reply. Just know that somebody cares about how you're doing in quarantine and with COVID and all that. So I know it's been crazy, and that's it. I'll try to get some more videos out, but it's just extremely hot in the garage even at night. So just know that this definitely takes a toll on me. But I miss you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So take care, God bless, and see you then. Bye, guys.